This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. I've got to show you this commercial from Google. It is just absolutely absurd. How much more in your face do we need them to be with this feminism, gender equality movement that they are shoving down our throats? Keep in mind, people are now being outspoken about how YouTube discriminates on who they hire. And it's pretty clear that when you see this commercial, and you'll see what they're pushing, and they're pushing for equality, that they're being subjective in that thought process, because there's not equality for people like me or people like you who think differently and critically think, because they wouldn't want that. So I'm going to play this commercial now. It's about a minute long, and then comment after. Take a look. I mean, really? People can't see that that's mind control at its finest? That's what people are searching for, equality? Well, guess what? I'm searching for equality too. I'd like to stop being censored. I'd like the same equality of free speech that feminists have, that trans people have. And this is not hate speech, so don't even try to censor it as hate speech, because I'm not wishing hate upon anyone or hurt. I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. But how about we start focusing on if certain groups are going to be given equality and extreme equality, and they're going to get pushed into the spotlight as if they don't get equality? Why don't we talk about the people who seem to be losing their right to free speech, which is pretty much everybody who questions the establishment, anyone who is speaking against stuff in the news? How come we can't speak and have an opinion if everything we're saying is so crazy and so out of the box and so retarded, as you guys would put it, YouTube and Google, and these people who put propaganda, fake news articles out? If the stuff we're saying is so Looney Tunes and we're all so nuts, then why don't you just ignore us and let us have free speech? Oh, because you're afraid, right? It's funny because this video was released a few hours ago. And there's an article out from 2 days ago that a former recruiter for Google is suing the company, alleging it used discriminatory hiring practices that put whites and Asians at a disadvantage to other groups, and that it fired him after he complained about it. Arnie Wilberg, who filed a lawsuit in January in California, claims that Google carried out policies for the past several years reflected in multiple bulletins, memorandum, charts, and other documents that favored Hispanic, African American, and female job applicants and were against white men and Asian men, according to the lawsuit. Now, the lawsuit said Wilbur complained about this to two managers in HR. He was fired in November for, among other things, not meeting goals and talking too much in meetings, reasons for the lawsuit called pretextual. Okay, I'm not going to go into this whole lawsuit, but it's funny how they try to bury this. Like, Bloomberg comes out with an article saying the biggest problem at Google isn't discriminating against white men. Okay, now we know Google is pro-LGBT. They're pro-feminism. They're pro this stuff. They brainwash people. And you know what? There's nothing we can do about it, right? That's how they are. But all people like me are trying to say is, well, you can push that stuff down everyone's throat all you want to because it's your platform. But it doesn't give you the right to segregate and to try to silence other people who have a different opinion than you because you're afraid. You know, look at some of these articles that came out. You got Rolling Stone, YouTube's crackdown goes beyond Alex Jones. The Conspiracy Mongers YouTube channel is on the brink of a blackout, which it's not. I mean, everybody heard, oh, Alex Jones is getting shut down. You saw the 33 code. Alex Jones tweeted, oh, we're going to lose 33,000 videos 33. Nothing ever happened, of course. It says false flag allegations in the aftermath of mass shootings have become something of an Alex Jones franchise. Blah, blah. They go on to talk about Hog and all that stuff that I've discussed as well. But then they start talking about how this is filtered down, how there's people such as me and there's other YouTubers out there who are actually not a part of this. They're not COINTELPRO. They're not putting out disinformation. Doesn't mean people aren't wrong at times, but they're not deliberately trying to shill you away. It says for years, YouTube profited off of all kinds of extremist content. Its three-strike policy was directed at copyright infringement. Its current and new aggressive posture towards content stems from the advertiser revolt that erupted following Trump's surprise victory. Okay, and then, of course, they mentioned they're obviously hinting at Pizzagate and those types of things. Walmart pulled their ads from YouTube. So it's just funny to me that in this commercial and all this talk about equality, right? More than ever, people are searching for equality. Well, how about all of a sudden, who's the group that's segregated? Who's the group that's being blacklisted? Because these people, if you go up to any of these people and you speak against them, you can get arrested for hate speech. You can get a lawsuit against you, get fired from your job. But they could take our right to free speech away for questioning things. They can question us, right? And call us crazy and lunatics. Can't we start crying and go, that's bullying to us? It's such a hypocrisy. It truly is. I've never seen such a hypocrisy in my life. And when commercials like this come out, all you could do is roll your eyes and laugh. I think the best thing about the video, at least at the time of me doing this video, is that the thumbs downs were more than the thumbs ups, which we're seeing more and more of from some of this propaganda, because people, even though there's some people who are awake but not fully awake because they still believe in the left, right, and all that stuff, people are realizing somewhat that they are under mind control because they're sick of seeing this stuff force-fed, right? I talked about the Oscars, where the Oscars got the lowest rating they've gotten in a while. It was a 20% dip. Because people didn't want to watch it. People are starting to realize, boy, how many times do I need to hear Madonna or Katy Perry tell me how I should feel about this or feel about that? Tell them to shut up and sing, because that's what they're there for, to be entertainers. And I feel like they're starting to realize they're losing their stranglehold on people. Not everybody, but I'd say like 20-year-olds and older. Obviously, the teens don't have a clue. Most of them, at least, buy into this stuff. But maybe over time, as they get older, they'll start realizing how the mind control works, right? And break free from it. But we're seeing a bit of a rebellion back. And of course, that'll be Google blocking the thumbs up, thumbs downs, because they'll be scared. You'll see tomorrow, they'll have it blocked and the comments disabled. That's how these cowards work. They can't take the criticism. They can't deal with the thumbs down, because people will come over and go, wow, why are so many people against this? Although they might leave this, because then they could play off it and go, see how many hateful people there are out there? Because people are sick and tired of you telling us this stuff. Gender equality. Pretty sure that women and men have equal rights in this country. Last I checked, these stories are so made up about these companies. Oh, the Hollywood pushed that thing with Mark Wahlberg. Oh, he made more money in the movie than Reese Witherspoon. We'll talk to the agents about it. Talk to who pays them. Oh, wait, that's because it's a complete psyop. That's why. Because it's not real. It's like if you applied for a job and I applied for a job at the same company and we found the same post and say it was on Monster or something, they're not going to interview me and say, okay, well, we're going to offer you $80,000 or something like that. And then interview a girl and say, well, we'll give you $40,000. Okay? It's just not how it works. These people aren't stupid. The whole company can get shut down for doing stuff like that. But they create that perception because they want people to believe that we still live in a world with all this inequality, because they want to get this agenda pushed forward. The genderless society, the Baphomet, remember? The goat with the breasts and a penis, right? Everything's about one everything, and a one world government, a one world order, one world currency, one world religion under Lucifer. So this is more propaganda from Google. Hypocrisy it is, indeed. Despite the fact that past employees are coming forward. And of course, they make this guy sound like he's a bad employee and a lunatic and he didn't work hard, right? And they'll go, oh, it's just one guy. Sure. I mean, you could clearly see who Google's hiring, what Google's policies are, what their agenda is when they're taking down all these channels that just have a difference of opinion or asking and trying to debunk some of the stuff in the news. And they're just so scared. Instead of just ignoring it, they're scared to death because they know more and more people are waking up. And we're not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. Others aren't going to stop. Keep deleting us. We'll keep coming back because the truth is going to get out there. The truth of Jesus Christ, the truth of this matrix that we live in. And as they shove this stuff down our throat and it becomes more and more obvious, like in this commercial, people are going to wake up. because people are just going to go, why are they showing me this? Why are they baffling about equality when people in their everyday life see nothing but equality? The only time you don't see it is when the TV's on. I'm not saying that there's certain people that aren't, subjected to this. I'm not saying that there isn't stupid racist people out there, because there are, and there's not stupid sexist people out there, because there are. But overall, in everybody's day-to-day life, they're not going to work, and they're not putting the black guy in the corner of the office and everybody's picking on him, or putting the woman in the closet, putting her desk in a closet. I mean, how fast would there be a lawsuit? No one's seeing this stuff. The only time they see it is when they turn the television on, because they're telling you that this is going on, and they're showing it to you inside of a box of lies and fake news. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.